royal shock. Harry and Meghan act shamefully as Queen's health causing heightened concern over the world. The Queen's health concerns have been heightened after royal experts accused the firm of withholding information. Queen Elizabeth II, 95, spent last night in London's King Edward VII's hospital after health fears led her to cancel her tour to Northern Ireland. In a statement on Thursday night, Buckingham Palace said, following medical advice to rest for a few days, the Queen attended hospital on Wednesday afternoon for some preliminary investigations, returning to Windsor Castle at lunchtime today, and remains in good spirits. However, following the news, royal reporters claimed Buckingham Palace had told them Her Majesty was resting at Windsor Castle. The Richard Palmer said on Twitter, "The Queen spent the night in hospital when palace officials were saying she was resting at Windsor." Inevitably, the risk for the palace is that there will be heightened concern about the health of the Queen now if the public and press cannot rely on the royal household to be straight with them. Responding to Mr. Palmer in the early hours of the morning, the Evening Standard's royal editor Robert Jobson said, "Spot on. HMQ is head of state. Of this state, not North Korea. Medical privacy is one thing, deliberately saying the head of state was resting at Windsor Castle when she was in fact in hospital in London means the palace is happy to lie when it suits them. Stupid thing to do." In a follow-up tweet, Mr. Jobson wrote, "Facts are facts. When the PM was in hospital the lobby was told. Not informing the rota or PA was a serious error of judgment by the palace. But not all royal experts seemed to take this line." Omid Scobie, the author of the unofficial biography Finding Freedom, Harry and Meghan and the Making of a Modern Royal Family, expressed his sympathies with the royal household. "No doubt some won't be happy that the palace held back info about the Queen's health, even after inquiries had been made over the past 24 hours, he said. Mr. Scobie added, "But surely everyone should be entitled to medical privacy, even if you are head of state. Not everything needs to be our business, in my opinion." This was the first time the Queen has been admitted to hospital since 2013 when she suffered from symptoms of gastroenteritis. But Her Majesty was reportedly disappointed to not embark on her two-day tour of Ulster following advice from medical experts. Analysis confirms the Queen's medical issues are not related to COVID-19. While Meghan Markle's claims she lived on $5 Sizzler salad as a child and her family was poor is a world away from the $14 million LA mansion she lives in with Prince Harry and their two children having built up a $100 million-plus fortune over the past 2 years. Her extraordinary 1,030-word letter asks the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi and the Majority Leader in the U.S. Senate Chuck Schumer, both Democrats, to consider her plea for paid leave for parents on behalf of my family, Archie and Lily and Harry. And critics have also questioned one of the most astonishing parts of her letter, that she suggests her family were impoverished but fails to mention her father was an Emmy Award-winning lighting director and she was educated at private school from kindergarten including the $16,000 a year private Immaculate Heart High School, all paid for by Thomas Markle's salary and his state lottery win. Many of Meghan's supporters have backed her calls for universal paid leaves for parents, but pointed out that her letter fails to mention Joe Biden, who is about to try to force it into law as part of his $3.5 million Build Back Better agenda. Meghan's very public statement is likely to ruffle feathers and add fuel to speculation that she has political ambitions despite her insistence it was sent as an American mom. Many have said this is yet another step into the U.S. political arena for the Duchess of Sussex after the furore she and Harry caused by urging Americans to vote in the last presidential election, angering Republicans including Donald Trump. Royal commentator and former editor of International Who's Who, Richard Fitzwilliams, told Mail Online, using the example of the $5 salad bar and how she had to struggle in the past is an attempt to link with the way so many families struggle to pay their bills.